Hello and welcome to day one. This is Jafar Maraxi on Thursday, November 17th, bringing you patch notes for the Fast and Formidable update for Robocraft, which I apparently cannot spell. Oh my god, I've got the name on the stream completely wrong. This really sucks. Okay, anyway, let's get that fixed. It's a little bit late now. Anyway, so yeah, we are going through update notes, so you should be able to see on the screen the patch notes I've got here, but the long story short, the Fast and Formidable update, which is basically the CPU increase and the change to the energy system. Today we launched the Fast and Formidable expansion, our biggest expansion for Robocraft since maximum loadout. The Fast and Formidable expansion features a number of changes to the core gameplay which will improve matchmaking and add more freedom when building awesome robots. You can read more about the update in our recent Dev Jam, and click here to read the full patch notes. And there's also an image download that you can have for the background. So on to the patch notes. So patch version 0.13.1877. God, how many of these have I done now? Anyway, so new. All players receive 1 Protonium crate when leveling up. 2 new starter bots in Garage Bays 2 and 3 for new players only. New weapon energy meter in edit mode. I'm not sure if I'm going to show the new robots. I might do, we'll see. Changes and improvements. Change to player matchmaking. Players will now be match-made regardless of CPU. Available robot CPU increased to 2000. Players have all 2000 CPU available to them regardless of player level, which that's a huge change. So new players now have access to all the CPU, even if they don't have all the blocks, which means that there are some potential options for them there. And it's supposed to be balanced based on energy. Anyway, so player maximum level increased from 150 to 10,000. So anyone that's 150 is now going to be going all the way up. And with regards to the whole Protonium crate when leveling up, anyone that's already at 150 is not going to get it. But you've got another you've got another 9,850 levels to go. So it really doesn't matter. Rebranded the power booster to weapon energy module, and let's click here for more information. We'll open that in the back. Weapon energy module cools down set to 2 minutes. EMP trigger cooldown or countdown reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. EMP stun duration increased from 5 seconds to 7.5 seconds, and I have to admit EMP feels a lot better now. Reduced connection timeout duration in the waiting for battle lobby. 10% reduction to all nano heal rates because nanos were a little bit OP. Changed the rules which restrict players from recycling the starter robots. Previously, cubes used on 3 starter robots were protected from recycling. Now only 1, the smallest starter robot, will be protected from recycling. Increased the CPU cost and health for all tank tracks and invader and assault rotor blades. So basically the CPU cost has got increased, but also the health has been increased as well. So some robots which may have been at cap will actually be already over 1800. Some robots may have actually been broken by that change, but we will have to see on a user-by-user basis. That should only really be robots that had a huge number of assault rotor blades or tank tracks. Decreased carry mass per CPU on all rotor blades, which was something necessary because they could carry way too much. Rotors, wings and rudders now have their max speed affected by carrying capacity, so that's cool. Tank tracks, mech legs and sprinter legs now have limited carrying capacity. It was unlimited before. And again, I'm way up for that update. Sprinter legs hopefully shouldn't have the same carrying capacity as mech legs and vice versa, but we'll check those stats in a minute. Wheels have had their carrying capacity increase. The numbers displayed on the thumbnails was incorrect. As a result, they were decreased slightly while the actual carrying capacity was increased considerably for all the wheels. So basically what that means is the numbers that were shown in game were wrong. The actual carrying capacity was a lot lower than that, but they've been corrected now, so though the numbers in game have been reduced, the actual carrying capacity is up. Anyway, surface friction of all cubes has been increased by a small amount. This slows rocket sleds slightly while allowing airplanes to take off, etc. Skis are the lowest friction items in game now. Now, I've actually seen this happen with one of my robots. I was able to get a much higher initial speed, allowing it to take off, and now because it's a little bit nose heavy, it's just bedding down into the ground and the friction is stopping it from taking off. So I've had to modify that to actually fix that issue. It's just putting some structure on the front worked. The friction / grip of wheels has been increased by 20%, so that we'll have to see how that actually works, because I'm not sure if that's actually going to fix an issue with wheels sliding when they've got a lot of torque. Basically, you're not getting the acceleration you should, but we'll have to see how that works. Thrusters have had their max speed increased by around 30%, yay. Thruster maximum speed is affected by the total mass of the robot they are on. The maximum robot mass before speed loss data shown on thruster thumbnail. If a robot's mass is higher than the thumbnail data shown, the maximum speed will be lower. Essentially, the heavier robot, the slower it will be. So if you've got a a 1000 block robot that you're trying to make a move using thrusters, you're going to need a lot to make it move. Anyway, so you've got speed loss after Panthers and Bouncers. So you've got the stats here. So you've got this speed loss after stat here. So basically, if your vehicle weighs more than 4,800 kilograms, then it's going to start slowing down. And then bugs. Fix the bugs that cause players to turn invisible to everyone when another player used the blink module when they died. Yes, I mean, that is a long needed bug. I mean, it's only been a few weeks, but it's still been needed. Fix the bug that allowed you to use the blink module after you died. This led to the player who killed you becoming invisible and invincible to you. Again, that's weird. Yeah. Anyway, so again, great, that's fixed. Fixed an issue with the Vanguard's end minimap being a blurry on low resolution quality settings. Fixed the bug which stopped the energy bar from dynamically updating when placing a lot of blocks in quick succession. And fixed the bug that made one of the new starter robots bounce when entering test mode for the first time. So basically, one of the new starter robots, apparently in test mode, had God, I can't remember. What was I going to say? No idea. Anyway, it was a pimped ride, let's put it that way. Okay, so that's the patch notes. Now, I was going to, go in and see if we can see the differences between the mech LEDs. Now, I'm completely unprepared for this, so of course, let's go and take a look at the stats that we got in here. So, Sprinter Leg Hermes, mass 2,400 kilograms, carry mass is 6,000 kilograms, basically, 6,100, let's call it that, and that's the top level Hermes. Whereas the mech leg the mass is 6,000 kilograms, but the carrying mass is 21,500 kilograms. So there's a huge difference in carrying mass now. So you're not just going to be able to put sprinter legs on and hope they get the same kind of speed. Max speed's 105 for those, max speed is 174. So that's a good change. And now let's look at the rotor blades. Carrying mass has been reduced to 3,000. I'm not sure what it was before, but I think that's a pretty significant drop, but we're only going to find out by actually testing one of my robots. So let's go and go back to the main menu. Oh, and the other thing to take a look at in edit robot mode, you will now if you look at the bottom, you've now got a weapon energy bar, and if I start placing blocks down in here, you can see the number in the bottom. What side? Bottom left corner is going down. That basically means the more blocks I have, the less available weapon energy I have to power my guns. So that is a trade-off. I think the maximum amount you can have is about, what was it, 20? Yeah, 20,000. So this is a result of me having a lot of blocks, and I think the 20,000 is a 500 CPU. And it drops down to 10,000 if you're at 2,000 CPU. So basically 500 CPU robots have twice the energy of a 500 CPU robot. No, 500 CPU robot have twice the energy of a 2,000 CPU robot. Anyway, so we were just going to take this into test mode, see what the maneuverability is like. This has got way too many rotors on it anyway, so I doubt it's really going... Oh, it feels a little bit more sluggish. Yeah, it is a little bit more sluggish, but it seems to still be working overall, so it's not really been affected by the particular change for rotors, but anything that's only got like 1 or 2 rotors on, previously this would have been able to fly okay on 3 rotors, so if we take off a couple of these and we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to take off the back ones. And that leaves us with 3 left. Back to test mode. Okay, so it still flies and it actually turns about the same. So it still runs on 3. I guess I'm not really going to see any problems until I'm basically down to 1 rotor, because I would have been able to pretty much take off on 1 previously. But anyway, so yeah. For some people this would be a more noticeable change. I haven't really got any low CPU robots to actually test the low energy with, so I'm afraid it's just going to be a matter of playing until you get a feel for the new update. But that's it for this particular video. I'll be back in a few minutes with the actual gameplay stream. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.